Okay, today we're going to build on what you learned about in class and solving for a variable and literal equations, and we're going to specifically use that to solve for y. You did some problems like that in your big ideas notebook, and you'll have some more practice problems attached to this lesson today. But it is called slope-intercept form when an equation is solved for y. In other words, when the y is completely by itself. I have some steps up at the top, but we won't take time to read through those now. I'll let you read through them on your own. But basically, you want to solve this equation for y, which means I'm going to get the y by itself. So when I try to get this y by itself, I'm going to start off by subtracting the 2x from both sides. So that's going to give me a 3y equals 12 minus 2x. And then the next thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to divide both sides by 3. And now what I'm going to do after I do that is I'm actually going to put the x in front, the negative 2/3 x plus 12 divided by 3 is 4. Remember, when you divide a constant off a variable, we said in class that you have to divide every single term. So I divided the 12 by 3, which gave me the positive 4, and then the negative 2 divided by 3 is the negative 2/3. And technically, slope-intercept form, you want the y first, then the equals, then whatever has an x, and then the plain number. So when it's solved for y with the x in front, that is slope-intercept form. We'll go ahead and look at another one. On this one, I need to get the y by itself again. So to get the y by itself, I need to start by adding 7 to both sides. So that gives me a 2y equals 3x plus 7. It's probably best to go ahead and write the x first on this step. And then I can go ahead and divide by 2. And then that will give me a y equals 3/2 x plus 7/2. If you wanted to, you could make those decimals, but usually we just leave them as fractions. If they can reduce them. But you notice I just added 7 to both sides, weren't like terms, stuck it on the end, then divided every single term by 2, because when I divide off, I have to do every term. Well, I want to go ahead and give you a chance to try the next one. Do notice that that is a 4. That's just a stray cursor there. That's a 4x, and I'll fix that when I advance the video. You might want to pause the video and try it on your own, and then unpause the video and I'll go through it with you. Okay, this problem, I'll need to get y by itself. So I'm going to start by subtracting the 4x from both sides. So subtract 4x from both sides. This marker's wanting to write really fat today. That's going to give me a negative y equals negative 4x plus 8. The 8 was positive, so it's a plus 8, and I always need to write the x in front, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, I have that negative y. I could put a negative 1 in front and divide by negative 1, but it is true, if you have a negative you want to get rid of, you can always just switch all the signs. So y equals a positive 4x minus 8 would be my final answer. So if you wanted to, you could write in a negative 1 and divide it off, but it's the same thing, just to switch all the signs. Positive, so the y switches to positive, 4x to positive, and the 8 to negative. Go ahead, pause the video, try the last one. You'll need to distribute that 2 through the parentheses first, and then unpause the video and we'll work through it. Okay, this one here, I need to multiply my 2 through. So I multiply the 2 times the x and the 2 times the 1, so that gives me a 2x minus 2 is equal to, and then I have a 4y equals 2x minus 2, or y minus 4 is 2x minus 2. I still need to get y by itself. So to get y by itself, I'm going to need to add 4 to both sides. In this case, since I have a 2 there, there are like terms, so my final answer would be a y equals a 2x plus 2. Y equals 2x plus 2. So just combining the like terms there since there were, and that's how you do those. So slope-intercept form, the y is in front, the y equals in front, and then on the right-hand side, the x term in front of the number term.